My dear student, so exercise 7.3, question number 5. The question is, show that the value in the conclusion of the mean value theorem for f of x equal to 1 by x, where x lies in the interval a comma b, they are positive numbers and it is root of ab. So our aim is to show that this is the value satisfied by the mean value theorem for the given function in the given interval, closed interval a comma b, where a and b are positive numbers. Okay. So what is mean value theorem? It must be continuous on the closed interval, differentiable on the open interval. Then there exists at least one c belongs to the open interval, satisfying the condition first derivative equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So check it for that one. So 1 by x, where a and b are positive numbers. So 1 by x exists and it is, we can say directly f of x is all rational functions are continuous if the denominator not equal to 0. Here the denominator not equal to 0, therefore f of x is continuous on closed a comma b. So derivative exists. So f of x is differentiable on open a comma b. Therefore by law of mean or mean value theorem or Lagrange's law of mean, therefore by mean value theorem there exists c belongs to open interval a comma b such that, okay, so it satisfies the condition. So f dash of c equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. Okay. So what is the derivative? First derivative. Okay. So it can be written as x power minus 1. F of x can be written as x power minus 1. So n into x power n minus 1 formula. So minus 1 into x power minus 2. It can be written as minus 1 by x square. That is the first derivative. So use it here. So minus 1 by c square equal to f of b means put x equal to b. So 1 by b minus 1 by a by b minus a. Okay. So here take the LCM, minus 1 by c square. Okay. So a minus b by ab divided by b minus a. Very clear? Listen, here a minus b and here b, or you can write one more step. So take, so minus outside, minus b minus a by ab into 1 by b minus a. B minus a cancel. Okay. So we can leave this minus becomes plus. So we are getting 1 by c square equal to 1 by ab. So c square equal to ab. C equal to plus or minus root of ab. Okay. But c equal to root ab belongs to open interval a comma b. So that is the suitable value. So that is our aim. So it is the suitable value for this function according to mean value theorem. Question number 5, subdivision 2. So for this function, for any interval a comma b, we have to show that this is the suitable value satisfied by the Lagrange's law of mean, or that it is the value given by the Lagrange's law of mean. Okay, obviously it is a continuous function on the closed interval, differential on the open interval because it is a polynomial function. Then by mean value theorem, there exists c belongs to the open interval such that f dash of c equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So what is the derivative? First derivative. So 2ax plus b. Okay. So use it here. 2ac plus b equal to f of b. So put x equal to b. ab square plus bb. So that means capital P small p plus c. Okay. And then put a x equal to a, but minus, put all the negative. So a square plus ba plus c by b minus a. Okay, so look at that right hand side. So a, for these two terms a is common. Okay, and sorry, here bracket. So if we want to change the means, we have to multiply each and every term by negative. So minus, so minus into minus c plus c cancel. So for these two terms, take a in common. So a into b square minus b square, a square. So for these two terms, take b as common. So plus b into b minus a by b minus a. So look at that. B square minus a square is b minus a into b plus a. So if you take b minus a as common, so remaining a into b plus a plus b. So that is remaining in the numerator by b minus a. This b minus a cancel. Okay. So what are the values remaining? So 2ac plus b equal to multiply. So what we are getting? A into a plus b plus b. Okay. So this b cancel and we are getting 2ac equal to a into a plus b. 2ac equal to a into a plus b. So a cancel. So c equal to a plus b by 2. It belongs to open interval. That is the suitable value given by the mean value theorem. Number 6 in the exercise 7.3, the question is, a race car driver is in kilometer stone 20 if his speed never exceeds 150 km per hour. So speed never exceeds 150 km per hour means, so s dash of c less than or equal to 150, that is given in the question. What is the maximum kilometer he can reach in the next 2 hours? So next 2 hours. So imagine the starting time as 0 and the finishing time is 2. So t1 equal to 0 and t2 equal to 2. Okay. So initially we assume let s of t be the distance traveled by the car at any time t. So obviously it is continuous and differentiable. So s of t is continuous. Okay. In close a comma b. So distance, it is a continuous one. Okay, travel by the car is a continuous one and it is differentiable. So it is differentiable and open a comma b. Okay, so now what are the values given? When t1 equal to 0, s of t1 equal to 20. Initially he is in the 20th kilometer stone. When t equal to t2, what is s of t2? Sorry, that is the question asked. Okay. So first continuous and differentiable. Therefore, by mean value theorem, okay, mean value theorem, there exists c belongs to open 0 comma 2 such that s dash of t equal to s of t2 minus s of t1 by t2 minus t1. Here b is t2, a is d1, that's all. Okay. So what is s of the s of t2? That is our aim. So s of t2 minus s of t1 is 20 by 2 minus 0 is 2, which is, look at my dear student. So s of t initially given, it is never exceeds 150 km means less than or equal to 50. So this value less than or equal to 150. So s of t2 minus 20 less than or equal to 300. So s of t2 less than or equal to 320. Okay. So less than or equal to 320 means what is the maximum? They are in the question they ask what is the maximum kilometer he can reach in the next 2 hours. So less than or equal to 320 means that is the maximum kilometer. So the question is, what is the maximum kilometer he can reach in the next 2 hours? Means 320 kilometers. That is the answer. It is the maximum kilometer covered by the car driver. Suppose that for a function f of x, f dash of x less than or equal to 1 for all 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. That means x belongs to closed interval 1 comma 4. Show that f of 4 minus f of 1 less than or equal to 3. So that is our aim. Listen my dear student, already I gave the result. All the differentiable functions are continuous. Here given that f dash of x less than or equal to 1, that means the f of x is differentiable. So f of x is differentiable on open 1 comma 4. So which implies f of x is continuous. Okay, continuous on closed 1 comma 4. All the differentiable functions are continuous. Therefore, by mean value theorem or Lagrange's law of mean, okay, the same steps, the axis C belongs to open interval 1 comma 4 such that f dash of C equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a, the same condition. So what is the f of b? F of 4 minus f of 1 by 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, so equal to f dash of C, it is less than or equal to 1. So it is less than or equal to 1. So f of 4 minus f of 1 less than or equal to, multiply both the sides by 3. We are getting this one. That is our aim. Question number 8 in the exercise 7.3. The question is, does there exist a differentiable function f of x such that f of 0 equal to minus 1, f of 2 equal to 4 and f dash of x less than or equal to 2 for all x? Justify your answer. So my dear student, we can't say directly. So first we can apply that one. Given that f dash of x less than or equal to 2, that means f of x is differentiable, okay, on, so what is that? Lower limit 0, upper limit 2. So 0 comma 2, which implies f of x is continuous on closed 0 comma 2. Therefore by mean value theorem, the axis C belongs to 0 comma 2 such that f dash of C equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So f of b is, so here 2 0 by 2 minus 0 is 2. So f of 2 is 4. 4 minus of minus 1 by 2 equal to, what is that? F dash of C. So f dash of C equal to, so what is that? F dash of C equal to 5 by 2. So that is 2.5. It does not belongs to the given open interval 0 comma 2. Therefore our answer is no. What is the question? Does there exist a differentiable function? No, there does not exist a function with that given condition. So we have to write no. The reason is f dash of x cannot be the value 2.5. Okay, you have to conclude the answer. F dash of x cannot be the value 2.5. It must be lies between 0 and 2. Okay, not x is 2. Number 9 in the exercise 7.3, the question is, so that there exists a point on the curve f of x equal to x into x plus 3 into e power minus pi by 2, where minus 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0, the tangent, where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So the tangent is parallel to x-axis means first derivative 0. Okay, so that is nothing but the condition of Rolle's theorem. Okay, so we have to check all the three conditions. So look at here. So it is a constant, e power minus pi by 2, don't think it as a exponential. So it is a constant. So x into x plus 3. So x square, y equal to x square means it is a parabola open upward. So if you want you can draw that curve, otherwise not needed. So obviously it is a polynomial. So f of x is continuous on closed minus 3 comma 0. F of x is differentiable on open minus 3 comma 0. So find out f of minus 3. Okay, so put x equal to minus 3. So 0 into anything 0. Similarly find out f of 0. So again 0 into anything 0. So f of minus 3 equal to f of 0. So all the three conditions of the Rolle's theorem satisfied. Therefore by Rolle's theorem there exists a C belongs to open minus 3 comma 0 such that f dash of C equal to 0. So the first derivative equal to 0. So what is the first derivative? So what is the first derivative? E power minus pi by 2 is a constant. Okay. Either you can apply the product rule or it can be written as x square plus 3x. X into x plus 3 is x square plus 3x. If we differentiate e power minus pi by 2 into 2x plus 3. Okay. So if we equate the first derivative to 0, e power minus pi by 2 into 2c plus 3 equal to 0. So 2c equal to minus 3, c equal to minus 1.5. It belongs to the open interval minus 3 comma 0. So x equal to minus 1.5 is the suitable value where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So you can write when x equal to minus 1.5, the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Number 10 in the exercise 7.3, the question is using Lagrange's law of mean for a greater than 0, p greater than 0. Okay, so prove that this value modulus of e power minus a minus e power minus b less than modulus of a minus b. So look at my dear student. So it is of the form e power minus x. So let me consider the function f of x as e power minus x. So obviously it is where a and b are positive. Okay, so it is a continuous function and differentiable. Therefore by mean value theorem there exists a point c belongs to the open interval satisfying the condition first derivative equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So what is the first derivative? E power ax differentiation a into e power ax. A into e power ax. Here a is minus 1. So minus 1 into e power minus x. That is the first derivative. So if we put it here, minus e power minus c equal to e power minus b minus e power minus a by b minus a. Okay. Look at the answer. It is a minus b is present. So e power minus c equal to e power, what is our aim? We have to prove this one. So e power minus a, e power minus b by a minus b. So if we write this as a minus b, we get a minus sign. You multiply here, it becomes e power minus a minus e power minus b by a minus b. Look at here. I exchanged these two terms. Here we get one minus. Here also exchange minus. Minus by minus becomes plus. So we are getting this one. Now taking modulus on both sides. So modulus of negative becomes positive. So we are getting e power minus a minus e power minus b. Okay, modulus by modulus of a minus b equal to modulus of e power minus c. Okay, so listen my dear student. if you want to apply the value for this one, we need to remember the diagram of the graph. If you put x equal to 0, this is 0 and here infinity. If you put x equal to 0, e power 0 is 1. So here may be 1. The graph of the function is like this. So it is asymptotic to the base x-axis. It going nearer and nearer to the x-axis, but it never touches the x-axis. It is the graph of the function f of x equal to e power minus x. Here in the question given that both a and b are positive. Suppose a is present here and b is present here. So look at what about the values of f of x. So it is 1. Okay. So it is 1. Between a and b, f of x is always less than or equal to 1. If it is 0, if suppose a is 0, it is 1. Or other values, it is less than or less than 1. So we can put it here less than or equal to 1. Are you clear? A and b are positive. Suppose a is 0 means f of x is 1. For the other values it is less than 1. C is the intermediate value between a and b. Therefore we can put it is e power minus c modulus values less than or equal to 1. So cross multiply modulus of e power minus a e power minus b less than or equal to modulus of a minus b. That is our aim.